This tutorial will guide you through the process of exporting a QSAR prediction from QSAR Toolbox to the IUCLID system, following the QSAR Assessment Framework recommendations. The QSAR Assessment Framework is based on OECD principles for model validation and newly defined principles for assessment of model predictions. To capture these criteria, new fields have been added to the harmonized templates in the IUCLID system, the so-called QAF fields. As a result, about 20 new fields have been included in the Toolbox IUCLID export wizard, grouped into two sections: materials and methods, and results and discussion. The QAF fields may be free text, pick lists, or other types. Before starting the export, it is necessary to create a QSAR prediction for a chemical. For this purpose, we will use a model for predicting genotoxicity. Please note that the prediction from any other model available in QSAR Toolbox can be exported to IUCLID. Let's start with the example. We are in the input and we enter the identification number 86912 and add the chemical to the data matrix. After that, go to Data Gap Filling section, expand Human Health, and select the cell corresponding to genetic toxicity level. Next, hit the QSAR icon. It opens a dialog with preselected genetic toxicity level, indicating also the number of available models. Click OK button, and now we see a table summarizing the models associated with genetic toxicity. To learn more on the application QSAR models, please watch tutorial 24 application of QSAR models. For the purpose of our example, we select Ames Test Danish Case Ultra model. Right-click on the row opens a menu, and we can see the QMRF of the model if it is provided by the developer. We keep this page open because some information from the QMRF could be needed later on. We can also download and save the file. Let's do it. The downloaded QMRF can be attached to the exported prediction in IUCLID. Let's go back to the table and predict the selected chemical. Confirm the license agreement if such a message appears. The chemical is predicted positive in domain. The toolbox report of the prediction will be automatically exported to IUCLID along with the prediction. If you want to add some additional information to the report, you could do it now or during the export process. If you'd like to include the QSAR justification document, then you need to create the report. Fulfill the sections in the QSAR justification file, save this file on your computer, and attached it later on in IUCLID. Now, let's export the prediction to the IUCLID. Go to Data section, verify that the cell with the prediction is selected, and click IUCLID 6 Export. Select the checkbox and click on the prediction row. After that, click Edit Report Information. At this stage, you may add some last-minute modifications to the report file. For example, let's add summary. The target chemical is predicted positive in domain, and confirm by Create Report. Back to the wizard, click the Next button. Here, we need to provide the connecting details to the IUCLID server. We can test the connection clicking the Test Connection Options button. If the connection is successful as it is, we can click the Next button. In this stage, we can review the information which has been prepared to be exported. To do this, at first we select the row with the prediction and then select the corresponding harmonized template from the drop-down list, which in our case is template 70 associated with in vitro test. We are now allowed to go and review the data. Click the Review Export Data. In this page, we see the sections and fields as they are in IUCLID. The main sections are administrative data, data source, materials and methods, results and discussions, overall remarks and summary and conclusions. Some of the fields' names and their contents are automatically populated, like endpoint or study result type, test type. Other fields, such as purpose flag, are empty. They need to be fulfilled manually by the user. The fields that are mandatory for evaluators are indicated with this red note. Additional indication shows the fields associated with QSAR Assessment Framework, which correspond to QAF protocol. Some of them, like model name and version, software name, fit with the applicability domain, are automatically populated. The others, like justification for the fit with the domain or mechanistic and metabolic considerations, need to be manually populated by the user. The QAF fields are free text type or fields with pick list menu to choose from. For example, in the section Similar Substances with Experimental Data, details for analogs could be provided that support the model prediction. Once we are ready with this sheet, we confirm and continue with Next. At this stage, we are going to search for a specific substance by using the corresponding searching fields or Get All Substances, which are stored in our IUCLID database. Here, I use Get All Substances, and then I select the target chemical to which the prediction will be attached. After that, click Finish. The process ends up with confirmation message. Finally, we can check the exported information for the target on the IUCLID server. For this purpose, we open the IUCLID database located on the server and find the target chemical. Select and expand the endpoint tree levels up to the genetic toxicity in vitro. Click on the endpoint study record to analyze the exported information. All the information is placed on the right part of the screen. We can confirm that the prediction is exported correctly. Finally, we could visualize the attached prediction report. The QMRF documentation, if available, can be attached here. For this purpose, hit the Select button, browse to the file, and open it. Finally, save the dossier. Congratulations! Now you are familiar with the export the prediction from Toolbox to IUCLID system following the QSAR Assessment Framework recommendations. Contact QSAR Help Desk for technical questions. If your question concerns policy or regulatory acceptance of Toolbox results within EU regulations of ECHE's competence, please refer to the ECHA website directly.